I'm home. You guys, this video is not going to be about the Cowboys. This is going to be about those stinking Eagles. Congrats to the Eagles. Ever since Nick Foles got in, they've been on a tear. And that's what I need to talk about. I'm going to be real with you guys. I think, to be quite honest, I think the Philadelphia Eagles, like the fan base, I think the front office, the team in general, I honestly think they should call it quits on Carson Wentz. I know that's going to sound ridiculous to some, but to others, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You guys, I think there's no fucking way that Carson Wentz would have won today against the Texans. There's no way he would have beat the LA Rams last week. I think Nick Foles, I have to admit, it's something about Nick Foles that just galvanizes the Philadelphia Eagles team. I honestly believe that Carson Wentz should be put on the chopping block, and the Eagles should sign Nick Foles long term. It's not like Nick Foles is a bum. I remember a few years back, he threw for 27 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, and then, Jeff Fisher got his hands on him and almost ruined him, almost made him quit football, and then you know what happened last year. I don't even want to relive that shit again. As a Cowboy fan, that was one of the worst moments ever. But I was poking fun, talking about the discord within the Eagles fan base. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Nick Foles should be the starter. I think Nick Foles, even when Carson Wentz is healthy, I'm just letting you guys know, this is my honest opinion. I'm not trying to just talk shit or anything. I think Carson Wentz should be put on the chopping block, and I think Nick Foles should be signed long term. I'm just being real. I think Carson Wentz he shouldn't be promised a job anymore. Carson Wentz just doesn't galvanize the team like he does for Carson Wentz doesn't galvanize the team like Nick Foles does. He just doesn't. Nick Foles gets everyone involved. Like Carson Wentz, he always tries to, Zach Ertz. He's so predictable. And, of course he's more athletically gifted than Nick Foles, and he tends to rely on that way too much. He's a young player, so of course I get it. But he relies too much on his athletic ability, and he doesn't spread the ball around enough. He zeroes in on Zach Ertz. So he does that all the time. Nick Foles, he gets everyone involved. His leader, it's just something about him. You know how, you just can't put your finger on one thing. They have the intangibles. That's Nick Foles. Nick Foles just got it. Carson Wentz doesn't. I was really hoping for an Eagles loss today, but that motherfucker he did it again. But, hey, Philadelphia Eagle fans, it's something for you guys to think about. Should we keep Carson Wentz and, Carson, like I told you guys, Carson Wentz, he reminds me way too much of Matt Ryan. That's what he reminds me of Matt Ryan. He can put up some stats. He could possibly take you to a Super Bowl, but he ain't going to win you anything. He's not going to do anything for you. Nick Foles, he won Super Bowl MVP for a reason. He outdueled Tom Brady, one of the GOATs. Just saying, something for you guys to think about. Now, I know a bunch of Eagle fans, they're going to come on this video and be like, you ain't shit, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. He just beat the Rams and the Texans back-to-back. Just saying. Take my word for it. I'm not trying to troll y'all this time. I'm being real. I think Nick Foles should be signed long term. Carson Wentz, put that motherfucker on the chopping block. Because he can't do what Nick Foles can do. Sorry, just saying.